Hello, my nuts and nighties. Welcome to the 17th episode of Midnight Expressions. This week's video release is the acoustic version of Joanna Sunshine, my second release from my first album, Somber Moon. I have also completed the acoustic version of Last Word, what will be the third release from Anger Management. I am now diving into madness with what will be the third release from the Madman. The song is titled Fire Dancers. This project is more complex and will require a few weeks of work. Both the music and vocals of the song are very different from my other works. The video concept will also differ from my other creatures. Firstly, because they are in an alternate tuning, that being in an open D tuning, meaning that the strings are tuned to a D, A, D, 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 creating a unique sound. Secondly, I attempt to throat sing, emulating native and primal vocals to add impact to this operatic showmanship. And rightfully so, the videos for all of the bio, a cappella, and acoustic version deserve equal attention. More on these projects as I continue. My review this week is of a person, a singer, songwriter, and someone responsible for inspiring not only me, but countless others. This diva is a self-made woman. She not only proves that she is competent and a capable musician, she is the definition of an empowered woman. Tori Amos, born Myra Ellen Amos, August 22nd, 1963, is an American singer-songwriter and pianist. She is a classically trained musician with a mezzo-soprano vocal range, a child prodigy. Amos entered the Peabody Institute Preparatory Division at 5, but left at 11, coming of age as a pianist in Washington, D.C. bars. Amos was the lead singer in a short-lived band in the 1980s pop rock group Why Can't Tori Read, before achieving her breakthrough as a solo artist in the early 1990s. Her songs focus on a broad range of topics, including sexuality, feminism, politics, and religion. See Wikipedia and a multitude of other resources for more in-depth knowledge. You can easily find many other resources giving Tori's bio and information regarding her history. I encourage you to discover them. This is my own account of how this woman has impacted my life. I was introduced to Tori Amos by someone who became a very cherished friend. See the bio, a cappella, and acoustic versions of Little Piece of Heaven from my first release of Somber Moon for the history and to hear the song that I dedicate to Tori Amos. I was gifted with a mixtape. I know, old school, right? Of Tori's songs. This became a prized treasure. Its value is more precious than all the wealth on this planet. I still remember when I first put the cassette tape in and pressed play. I was captivated. I was enchanted. I fell in love. Growing up, my musical influences came firstly from my family. Mother loved Anne Murray and Neil Diamond. Father introduced me to a wide range of classical and rock music, bluegrass, and Dick Dale. Of course, my friends in the radio introduced me to other really interesting musicians like Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, and the Rocky Horror Picture Show, just to name a few. However, I was spellbounded by the very first ivory vibrations of Pretty Good Year. Then she sang. Her angelic voice hit me like lightning. I actually stopped the cassette, rewound the tape, lit a candle, and turned out the lights. I lay down and began to meditate as songs like Me and a Gun, God, Happy Phantom, Leather, Crucify, Cornflake Girl, and my absolute favorite song, Yes, Anastasia, took me on a cosmic journey. I mean that in the most literal way. In my mind's eye, I traveled through space, time, dimensions with Tori as my guide and guardian. This was just before I got my first guitar. At the time, I played bass and had a rudimentary understanding of the 6 strings, knowing only a handful of cover songs. When I did get my first guitar, I played the few cover songs to death. Then I wrote my very first original, Spotlight. You can feel her influences in that and many of my other works. Needless to say, I became a fan and purchased every album I could. I have continued to do this to this day as she releases them. I have seen her in concert multiple times. I have even gifted her with this artwork, done by my own humble hand, when she was touring with Alanis Morissette. I have no idea if she actually ever received it or viewed it, or her response to it. Like many fans, I can only hope that she did appreciate it, that this gift was to her in a way of thanks and admiration. What I'm saying is that this person inspired me. Her individuality and refusal to confine to the normal expectations of a commercial world, yet to become a commercial success, is fucking awesome. Musically, she's not afraid to explore, learn, and grow. Most of all, she is willing to share her creations. Tori Amos has influenced and inspired many, including a young Kurt Cobain. When he was coming off a stage, she told him he smelled like teen spirit. A bit of a back and forth with Trent Reznor. She also redefined the image of women in the musical industry. As I continue to release my own creations, you will clearly hear and feel her touch in both the format of the music, but also in my lyrics. Not that I'm trying to emulate her directly, but having a very broad taste of music allows me to explore multiple styles. I get this from musicians like Tori Amos. I encourage everyone to go on their own adventure of expanding their musical library. There are so many treasures that will always be there for you when you need them. They become like old friends. There when you need to express a multitude of emotions. May Tori Amos become a valuable gem in your collection. Join me next week for the bio of my second release from my second album, Spells and Spirits, a very emotional and powerful song called Rain and the Storm I Bring. Remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment to become an official knight or knightie. Wishing you all happy listening and reading. Yours, Sir David Evil Midnight.
Thank you for watching Midnight Expressions. Click to subscribe or become a full member to see full content. Click the link below to see more Midnight Expressions. Yours, Sir David Evil Midnight.